space, he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the left. The 20. He's at the touchdown Wolverine. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's low. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Judicials offense will go to work for the first time today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Goes to the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's made. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. The Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, the ground game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Randall. Snagged out of the air. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly. Make an accurate throw.
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Fielded in the end zone. It's low. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out in the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Give to the fullback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there. And good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly. And that guy is hard to bring down.
He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Fair catch, called for and made. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be moving.
That's a ball on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong.
Breaks into the open. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Judicials with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Gets the back moving. On the ground, it's O'Neal. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. On the option. He'll toss it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. They'll try the counter. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Randall. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The give to the tailback. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. And the Judicials line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Randall. Makes the grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. Across the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Start at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll try to get outside. Oh, what a move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Motion from the back. Now on the option. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Judicials getting set on 1st and 10. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Fighting off the defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They want to run this quarterback. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Judicials send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too...
Oh, a lot of space. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. Quick toss. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Here we go.
Try to get it to the edge. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Judicials will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Randall. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The pitch. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set.
The option look. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that 2nd half in Ann Arbor. And this 2nd half will likely come down to which offense can figure anything out. Take some chances. Get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Broussard.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
Rides to back and leaves it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the right. He's got it. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And now first down for the offense.
Quarterback keeper.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups, run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Here comes the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Try to move the chains with read option left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the cross.
Pulls it in on the left. Open spacing. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense out of the field to go back to work. On the option. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On the move. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Judicials line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Now on the move. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
He's tackled at the 27.
The Judicials come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense looks as if it's coming. After the run, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Finding an escape route. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. The hand to the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Number 10 on the field goal.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The give to the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number. And here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. Three and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dale.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody...
Touchdown, Michigan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns for the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Now this offense is back on the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the pressure.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Oh, he's got some space. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's low. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the judicials will send out the punt unit. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll go to the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.